Good afternoon, family, and welcome back to another episode of GodSpeed, where we provide you a weekly market overview for the Lexus LC500. Welcome to September, family, and the final month in Q3. My top 3 opportunities this week focus on the absolute lowest price and highest mileage LC500 that we've ever seen on the market. Also, we've got another $50,000 option with 0 accidents and the first ever 2021 convertible Inspiration Series opportunities under $90,000. All right, family, let's get into tonight's episode. But before we do, I greatly appreciate your continued support. Please do subscribe to the channel. Let's go. This first vehicle is absolutely going to cause some controversy, and to be quite honest with you, I'd love to get some feedback from you guys, right? So do me a favor, drop me a comment in the chats that says yes, no, or maybe to an opportunity like this. All right, let's get into it, right? So our first opportunity is a 2018 Lexus LC500. Family, this is coming in a gorgeous Nightfall mica. Now, this one's early, so it's coming to the market, but they've been smart enough to go ahead and drop some video out here to see if they can foster some attention. This is a touring package, okay? So we've got the 20-inch wheels on the outside here instead of the 21-inch wheels, but these are blacked out. I think they look really good. And to be quite honest with you, it's amazing. They actually look like aftermarket wheels, but they look really, really good, right? We've got tint already on this one. We've got some black interior on this one, which, you know, I won't lie. I mean, from right here in the bolstering area, looks to be in really good shape, right? So definitely better shape than what I would anticipate from a darker interior with this many miles on it, okay? Got the sunroof on, well, not sunroof, guys, but we got the, you know, the glass top, which we can get a little bit of light in the cockpit on this one. You know, hey, is this one pre-detail? Absolutely, right? But I don't see anything that's really, really crazy. Maybe a few scratches right here. Kind of hard to tell because we haven't 100% cleaned it yet. But, you know, again, when we get to the price point on this one, I think we got to take into consideration what we have and then set our expectations based upon that. 2 keys. I mean, I love to see that, especially if I'm not mistaken, this one's got 4 owners on it. So to see both keys with 4 owners, you know, for those of you guys who hadn't had to replace a key like this right here, I think if I'm not mistaken, the LC500s are going to set you back about $550 to get. That's the key, right, that pulls out right here just in case your batteries go dead, and the fob itself. So let's look at some of the deets on this one, family. Right, 2018, 114,000 miles. Guys, this is absolutely the largest amount of mileage that we've ever seen with an opportunity. And to be quite honest with you, I was thinking we might see a couple more of these this summer, but you know what? We haven't. So we do have 4 owners on this one. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 owners. 2 previous owners on this one, and we're getting reported right here 0 accidents, but I'm going to clean that up really quickly. Again, one of the things that we learned over the summer, family, is that we cannot 100% go off of what we see in these, you know, portals, right, such as Car Gurus or Auto Trader, because sometimes they just don't get the information. When we jump over here, however, to the actual, you know, Abramovich Motors website, we do get an opportunity to see a little bit more out here around details, and you get a little bit more about the company that's selling this one. They've got a really good rating, guys. And, you know, not that I lean too heavy into the photos that they show, but they look like they have a very high-end kind of clientele out at this particular location as well. When we look at the Carfax, though, right now we can see the minor accident that's being reported on this one. However, I've got some good news to report, though, right? So this one was done in 2017. So, guys, this is one of those individuals who probably ordered the vehicle, ended up getting it before, you know, 2018, and it looks like, sadly enough, it got into an accident right there at the Christmas time, right? So Lexus of Beverly Hills is where this one was delivered to. And then, of course, right here, right before Christmas, we get a front and rear accident. So I'm thinking, you know what, we probably had to either replace the front and rear bumpers or we had to do some work. You know, it's very hard to tell, but the fact that this was done in 2017 and the owner kept it for another 3-4 years. I think they sold it in 21. Yeah. So sold in 21. You guys know my approach on it, right? I hate to see accidents, but if we have to see accidents, I think we just have to lean in a bit more and understand what happened, and you know, make sure too, when we look at the vehicle in person, we put a little bit closer eye on that stuff. Okay. Second owner picks it up in 21, and they're the one who put all the miles on this. Well, I take it back. You know what? They probably half in the miles, right? So, but this one moves from California to Texas, right? And then, you know, we got new tires put on at 81,000 miles, and now we're sitting at, you know, I think about 114. So it's probably time to put new tires on it, unless by chance, you know, there was some tires put on, or Abramovich Motors put some new tires on it to get this thing ready for sale. But definitely take a closer look at that. Right at the end of the day, family, I'm going to be honest, right? At a $38,000 price point, okay, for a beautiful car like the LC500, I absolutely think this is going to be a tremendous opportunity for somebody, right? I mean, this is definitely a price point that's very exciting. And while I know we're not used to seeing LC500s with over 100,000 miles on it, guys, if this was a Lexus GS 350 F Sport, right? I mean, heck, I saw the 2020 for sale for $27,000, and it had about 90,000 miles on it. And I wouldn't think twice about buying, you know, a Lexus, especially if I'm saving money, right? I'm not going to overpay, but if I'm saving money, I mean, most Lexuses we wouldn't think twice about. I think this will be a good opportunity for somebody who wants something long term with this vehicle and is willing to maybe, you know, condition this car, do a little paint correction, get it, you know, babied a little bit back up to spec if that's not the case that it's in right now. But at $38,000, fam, I think we definitely got a tremendous opportunity here for someone, given that everything checks out in person. Next up is, you know, another tremendous opportunity in those low 50,000 price point. Haven't seen one of these in a while, so absolutely want to get this one in front of you, okay? All right, family, so we've got a gorgeous ultra white exterior on this one, 2018 LC500. Got the tinted windows on there already. This one is the sports package. We got those gorgeous 21-inch wheels. No spoiler on this one, obviously, right? Because that would be the performance package. However, we've got the carbon top on this one, right? And man, I don't know what's up. We've been seeing a lot more of these lately. But we got the carbon top on this one, which I think is super sexy with that white exterior. Then we go on the inside, guys. There's that carbon fiber top. We go on the inside, and guys, we got a beautiful black interior on this one. You know, looks a little worn right here. Again, don't know if that's the quality of the camera, but definitely take a look at that if you end up interested in this one. That just looks to be lighting, okay? Unless it is a scratch, so definitely take a look at that right there. You know, if you're interested in the vehicle. But man, this black on white, especially with those tinted windows, looks really, really clean. Again, hard to see the condition of the steering wheel for a dark interior on a darker photo like this right here, but it looks to be in good shape, right? Don't see any gouges from rings and things of that nature. Pretty impressed with it, right? We'll talk about the deets here, but since this one's staring at us, right? 80,000 miles on this one, which is one of the reasons that's helping it get down into the low 50s, right? So let's talk real quick about this one. 80,000 miles on this guy, coming in at 52,900. Let's look at what the other specs are on this one. 0 accidents, 4 previous owners, okay? Now, this one is being offered to us by Marietta Auto Sales. This one's actually not too far from me, okay? Rating is a 3.6 out of 5. You know, so I always take that stuff into consideration, right? Because anytime you're doing business with somebody, you know, when it's good, but when it's bad, you kind of want to know, you know, what's been the experience. Not gonna, you know, lean in too heavy on that, but I always just like to be honest about it. When we jump out here at their website, guys, we get, you know, I think we get a few extra pictures from these guys. They're showing the mileage to be 79,000. So maybe, you know, they just did this before they put a couple miles on it, driving it and getting everything done to it. The only thing that's not out here that I would have liked to seen, obviously, is the Carfax, just to confirm that we do not have any wrecks or accidents on this bad boy. And then, of course, too, would like to see what type of services have been done, right? But for the low $50,000 price point, again, I think this one's going to be an opportunity for someone to maybe do a little bit more negotiating and try to get this one right under $50,000. Again, that's going to be based upon whether this vehicle has, what the condition it's in person, right? And then also too, what the tire condition are in, because if these tires need to be replaced, we know that's about $2,500. But if you're looking for something that's closer, low on the lower price point, and you're not afraid of a little extra mileage on this bad boy, then I think this one will be a tremendous opportunity for someone to investigate as well. And then last but not least, the conversation that I've been waiting to have all week since this thing came across my radar. Guys, we have got this infamous 2020 Lexus LC500 convertible inspiration series. So if you guys recall, in 21, and I actually had to remind myself of this week, in 21 we get two different inspiration series from Lexus, right? We get the hard top, the black one that we've seen. We talked about that when we saw a couple of those hit the market, last month. But this is the first ever that we've got this gorgeous, infamous structural blue convertible with this bespoke white interior. Okay, let's kind of get into it real quick and just go through the pictures, right? Obviously this one came with, a convertible structural blue, which was the first of its kind back then before the bespoke program opened up and allowed you to start customizing these things. It comes with the blue top, which was extremely rare. We also get that amazing white bespoke interior that's got the blue accents, which, in my opinion, guys, I think this interior, nothing against the 2024 interior, right? I think that's the beautiful thing. We get so many unique options with these inspiration series, but this has to be one of my favorite interior colors right here, right? It's also not going to be the one that's for family or for crazy, because it's all white, right? But guys, we get a fully white steering wheel. We get the white seats with the blue accents, right? We get the blue top up here. I just think the way they designed this one is absolutely unique, right? White shifter, carbon fiber seals right here. One of my favorite inspiration series carbon fiber seals is when they drop the inspiration series in the blue, right? And it's almost inscribed in the carbon fiber. Absolutely love that, right? There it is right there. Again, reminder, this is only 100 of these on the market back in 2021. So you're going to be one of 100 opportunity here. And when we talk about this a little bit more, I think that'll express why this is such an interesting and important opportunity to hit the market. Okay. Everything looks to be in good condition. We'll talk about the mileage here in just a few moments, right? Don't see any scratches, maybe a light one right there. I think honestly, if I'm being honest with you, you're going to have to inspect this white interior, although it looks really good right there. You're going to have to inspect the seats, because that's where I think, with these perforated seats right here for the cooling and the heating, I think that's where, if anything, we're going to see a little bit of wear, right? And by that, I just mean the coloration on it. And maybe there's a possibility for you to do some deep cleaning to get that back to its luster if it's not already there, right? When we look at the deets on this one, family, we got 21,000 miles, which, depending on how you look at it, could be high for something like this right here, which you would anticipate would spend more time in the garage than out of it. But it's also going to be what helps us to get to this price point right here, $88,500. Now, when we look at the rest of the data on this one, 0 accidents. Come on, that's what I got to see on an inspiration, especially when we're talking about 90 grand, right? Got to see a 0 accidents. And I'm loving that we've got a one owner here, right? And it's a Carfax one owner, tried and true for us, right? This one's being offered by Porsche of Clearwater. So we jump out here to their website. We get a little bit more information out here. But what I absolutely love is we get that Carfax right there. We jump over to the Carfax. And guys, we've got this 0 accidents, Carfax one owner. And then it only gets better from there, family, because we got this thing serviced in Sarasota, Florida. Okay. Then it goes up to Lexus of Wayzata in Minnesota, and it looks like that's where it takes first delivery, and then comes back to Florida. So I don't know if this gentleman, bought it from Wayzata and then brought it back to Florida, or maybe they got a couple homes. I'm not sure. But either way, it looks like the majority of his life was here in Florida. It gets all the good services, and it doesn't wait and do services based on mileage. It does the services based on the intervals, right? So every 6 months, every year, it got serviced. I love to see that, okay? Now, here's the other thing that I love to see is that right here, we get the 25,000 mile service done on it. We also get, where's my tires? Okay, at 17, wait a minute, guys, I'm sorry. I feel like I saw new tires on this car. Okay, maybe I looked at that wrong, but I felt like I saw brand new tires put on this car just a few miles ago, but maybe I didn't, because we got the maintenance here, wash and detail, floor mats, interior trim, oil change, tire conditions. Okay, here we go. So four new tires replaced at 17,000 miles, or a little under a year ago. So that's really important to me, because like we mentioned in several postings, the tires are going to set you back, $2,500, $3,000. So the only thing that you would anticipate needing to be serviced on this vehicle would be some new tires at 20,000 miles. And of course, that's already taken care of for you. So guys, if you have some extra coin and you really want to get into this LC500 game at a very unique point, I don't think you can get a better option than this right here. I mean, this thing's going to stand out amongst people who don't know what it is. But what's unique about this 2021 Inspiration Series convertible is, baby, it's going to stand out amongst people who absolutely are familiar with the LC500 brand. So definitely got a unique opportunity here, guys. And if you just take a quick search, family, you're not going to see another one of these opportunities. Of course, it won't have 20,000 miles on it, right? But it also won't be anywhere near that price point, right? These hover in the $120,000 to $190,000 price point. The other opportunity that's out there right now is twice this amount. $189,000 is what the other opportunity is. Sure, it's got, I don't think it even has 1,000 miles on it, right? But I don't think that we're that far apart from this opportunity and the other opportunity to say that it justifies an extra $100,000. You guys let me know in chat what you think about this one. Is this worth it for $100,000 less than the comparable, right? And if you were in the market for a convertible and you had $90,000 in your budget, would you consider this option over a 2023 version?